I rarely delve into my thoughts or opinions on the channel, but one aircraft that I'm very excited to see debut with passengers is the 777X, and I think many would maybe agree with me. There's just something about not just the 777 being an icon, but it getting re-engined in its stature. However, it's not been a smooth path, and obviously the plane is yet to be officially certified. Most would also be able to recognize that. Aside from the countless certification troubles or issues found with components on the plane, like its engines, that have delayed its debut, it is primarily a series that has struggled to attract widespread interest and therefore customers. A very significant portion of units ordered, like for any aircraft type, came with the launch, and yes, a few followed in the mid-2010s, only a few years after we were introduced to the series. However, since then, it has been very much a quiet space. Air India broke a long-standing drought by ordering the type this year. As for other companies' interest, well, really, the only new reports indicate that China Airlines are eyeing the series alongside the A350-1000, with the intention for this to replace their 777s. If you recall, back in the early 2020s, and I'm talking right before the emergence of the global pandemic, there were also rumblings about Bamboo Airways being interested. However, this didn't fabricate, and while remaining uncertified, the type has struggled to convert even brief interest to orders. Is this a concern though? If it was to continue for the long term, then yes, it would be. However, what's been equally fascinating to understand is the customer's stance on the plane. Obviously, they're the ones committing to the aircraft, so hearing what they have to say and maybe reasons behind passing on the plane for now presents us with a fantastic opportunity to understand more. And that's what we got from Air Lease Corporation's executive chairman, who recently spoke during a webcast and presented comments about the 777X. ALC, for short, views the 777X as currently not a substantial enough upgrade, which to me is pretty intriguing to hear, considering this is meant to not only be a re-engine but a leap ahead of the existing 777 platform, and compete with the A350 series, especially the -1000. ALC says the aircraft, when factoring in a host of essential expenditures required, just isn't quite what they had in mind, and is a very costly plane. Additionally, their chairman mentioned that Boeing will overcome future obstacles, that is for sure, but still it's a plane that costs a lot of money, and with all those surrounding costs, its users are always going to be limited, especially when comparing it to the 777, which came in at a very different time in the industry. So is the 777X more targeting a niche like the A330neo? Let me know your thoughts. Or is the chairman wrong, and you believe that orders will come in with time? Either way, comments from a pretty vital part of the industry, such as this, certainly provides insight into decisions and feedback from their airline partners. Remember, ALC is responsible for a substantial portion of the flying fleet, and will order aircraft based on needs and such from customers. He also spoke for all other lessors, saying that the plane's likelihood of being touched before it is certified is relatively low, basically saying that why would they commit to such an aircraft now when they can get already fantastic returns on the A350 and 787 series. Cirium released an excellent report on this coverage too. Currently, some of the biggest customers for the 777X come out of the Middle East, and require an aircraft type such as this, with high capacity and the capability to fly from hub to hub. But the question remains, do you think that most of the customers that are interested in the capability of an aircraft like this have already committed to it? Or are you under the impression that with time and with the eventual certification, it will change the trajectory of the aircraft, and as more 777s within the flying fleet begin to age and those respective airlines look for replacements, the 777X will be a perfect alternative? Let me know down below in the comments. Thank you very much for your support. Stay tuned tomorrow as there will be another long-form aviation news video for your faces.
And we'll fly.